Hey, so I really haven't made a video in a minute, but this man, Stephen A, or whatever, it's not Stephen A, Steven Jackson, or whatever his name. What is his name? Steven something? What is his name? Steven or Stephen Jackson. I don't know who this man is. I think he played ball. I'm not sure. But this dude is always in the internet for no good reason. Okay, so this is about Lil Yachty. Okay, Lil Yachty set a bar. People were saying the bar is trash or whatever. I think the bar, it went like this. Got my foot on her neck like George Floyd or something like that. And I'm like, okay, probably not the most impressive thing I've heard, or probably not the most intelligible thing that could have been said at that moment, because you know that black people have these type of things that black people like to make people that die their gods, and it doesn't really make sense to me. Human beings, like, the only God that you should have is Jesus Christ. That's about it. Nothing else. We shouldn't make human beings gods. We shouldn't have statues and stuff about. We shouldn't have statues of human beings at all. We shouldn't have that. There shouldn't be a George Floyd statue. There shouldn't be a Tom Brady, whatever. There shouldn't be no statue, because who are you that you need a statue? You a freaking peasant under God's eye. Our good is filthy rags to God. You throwing a ball 100,000 yards is not it's not really that impressive to God. If you're not saved, you're still gonna be burning in hell with that 100,000 yards, passing yards. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So to me, Stephen Jackson coming online trying to bash Lil Yachty because he said this bar. Oh, Lil Yachty said the bar was trash, whatever you want to say. It doesn't matter. But this man acting like we're respecting a junkie because he got killed allegedly by a police officer. And people are saying that he didn't really get killed by the police officer, but the police officer probably made things worse. When somebody is overdosing on fentanyl, that is closing up their airways. You probably shouldn't put your freaking foot on his neck. So that's what people are mad about, and I understand that. But people gotta understand that once you overdose on fentanyl, ain't really nothing they could do. There's something really they could do. I don't know. Maybe there's something they could shoot you up with that might stop it. But once you overdose on fentanyl, you're probably gonna die. Your likelihood of dying is higher. I don't know if there's a cure for that, but I've seen videos of police officers touching fentanyl and going to or overdosing or something like that, or whatever, and then their partner did something and saved them, had like some type of kit that could help them save their lives. I don't know, but that was touching it a little bit. That wasn't ingesting the fentanyl. That was a little skin contact, and that put them in shock like that, closing their airways like they have an asthma attack. So you actually inhaling fentanyl knowingly, because junkies know what is good and what's not good. Junkies know. They know what is good dope and what is not good dope. So when you start playing with fentanyl, your likelihood of dying is higher. So the junkies know it. But the fix is so good, the high is so good, is that they just play Russian roulette with it, because they know they could die, but this high is so amazing. I feel so good off the fentanyl. Then they keep using fentanyl, and then they overdose, because these Mexicans that are bringing this fentanyl into the country, they don't care about your life. They care about the bottom line. So they got fentanyl in weed, cocaine, crack, whatever. They got fentanyl in everything. So you people that's taking drugs, perks, they got fentanyl, perks, Xans, X, Molly, whatever. They have fentanyl in these drugs. So George Floyd, knowingly, that man knew that there was fentanyl in these drugs. He probably didn't think it was going to ever kill him, but he knew there was fentanyl in these drugs. That's why he kept on taking these drugs. Because if you're broke, you can afford good drugs. And even rich people overdose on drugs. Whitney Houston overdosed on a drug, cocaine. And that's some good dope. I don't know. I don't think she overdosed. I think she got killed. I think people saying she got killed. Whatever. She drowned in the bathtub. So it's like, bruh, who drowns in a freaking bathtub? Those bathtubs in a hotel are not that large. So she probably got killed, or she overdosed and she died in the bathtub. I don't know. They made it look like she overdosed, but to me, I don't think any human being could die in the bathtub as a grown adult. So that story is a little sketchy. But to me, Stephen Jackson acting like this man was a hero, he was noble. Man, this man was a nobody. I don't respect him, but that doesn't mean I'm going to disrespect him though. Me saying this is not disrespect, it's the truth. Junkies are never respected. It's like OnlyFans women acting like we respect them. Like Melissa Ford acting like video vixens were quality women that good men wanted to marry and settle down with. No. Men used you as masturbation tools. That is what you provided men with. Masturbation tools. You on the cover, a man used you to masturbate. You didn't give any man value because he probably had post-nut clarity after he ejaculated. So now he's like, oh my, what did I just do? Bro, I ejaculated to a freaking paper on a magazine. And the man's like, bro, am I a loser like that to be masturbating to a paper when I could be married and having sex with my wife? So now he thinks he's a loser. So internally he's like, bro, she didn't really do nothing special. She didn't do nothing special. So she acting like, Melissa Ford acting like she was a quality woman and every woman respected her. No. Good women do not respect women that use their bodies because that's the easy way out. That's the easy way out. And that's the way that's going to lead you to hell. That's not the narrow road. The narrow road is finding something that is God-centered, that you're helping people, that is using your purpose. That is what you're supposed to do on this earth. Not take the easy route. The easy route is having sex on camera, taking bikini photos, showing your butt, being overly sexual to attract the men that are loose or easy to have sex with, or just easy. They don't protect their essence. That's the easy road for money. That's the easy road. 95% of women are doing that. It's 5% of women that are on the narrow road that actually are waiting for their husbands or being faithful in their marriages. It's 5%. It's not that much. There isn't a lot of marriages, quality Christian marriages on this world. There's a lot of marriages, but not quality ones, because there's people that are married that are swinging. There's people that are married that are sharing their wives with other men because they have a bigger penis than them. They have this fascination about bigger penises entering their wives because that's all they're watching on porn. That's all they're watching. They're watching these black men or white men, whatever, have sex with women, and they have this. I don't know if it's a normal penis. I don't know if it's a normal penis or if it's just maybe it's just what God has given them. Maybe that size that they have, that's what God gave them, or it was enhanced through pharmacology or through the table. I don't know. So these men are comparing these men that are on these pornographic videos to themselves, because they think when they see a 10 or a 12-inch penis on a porn video and they look at their penis and they have a 5 or 6-inch penis, that's the average, and it's like, damn, does my wife really want that 12-inch penis? Yes, your wife does want that 12-inch penis because that's what you've exposed your wife to. You allowed that porn into your family, into your house. You allowed your woman to be watching porn with you. You even introduced her to it, because most women not masturbating. Most women are not watching porn. Some of them now are, because now they're just so loose. But to me, if you introduce that to your wife, she's gonna want to have sex with those people that she's watching, and she's not gonna be more interested in you than those people on the thing. She's gonna be curious. She's gonna be like, why? Look at how these women are acting on this video. But this woman doesn't know that these women are in pain, they're on drugs, coke, perks so they don't feel nothing, because having a 13-inch or a 10-inch or whatever penis enter you with no love, that man doesn't love you. He's not going to take it gentle. He's just trying to punish you for the video, for the director, because the director is telling him, do it this certain way. You're in this uncomfortable position that you normally wouldn't be in. You got to think about it. Those women are in pain. Some of them are not in pain. Some of them enjoy it because their brain is just warped. And obviously, God, the way God made it is like a woman can handle a bigger thing because she's having a baby come out of her. But a baby coming out of you is one time, or as many times as you have a child is one time. So, but a penis could enter you every day, every other day, every week. A woman has to get ready for that. If she's not lubricated properly, she's not ready, she's not loose, it could be painful. Ask those women. I've seen videos of these porn actresses saying that it's not really hyped up as what is being shown on the video. Like, they're not really enjoying it. It's just, I'm doing this just to make money. Because most of these porn women, they don't marry these porn stars. They marry regular men. If they even get married, they marry regular men. And regular men don't have these things that these porn people have. So it's like, if that's what they really wanted, they would have settled down with that man. Or maybe they can't settle down because that man doesn't want him, or they just don't really value that man, because it's like, bro, you just spreading yourself to a thing and you have no value, because every woman that I work with has slept with you. So, but to me, I'm off topic, but let's get back into the topic, man. George Floyd is not a hero, but it doesn't mean that we should disrespect them or whatever. But people got to think about it. If you read your Bible, Jesus Christ doesn't really care about the dead. Because once you're dead, you dead, bruh. It's either you going to heaven or you going to hell. That's about it. It's nothing special. Once your body's dead and decayed, who cares? Because Jesus Christ was talking to a man. He was telling that man, follow me. Forget about you burying your uncle, your dad, whatever. Follow me, because let the dead bury the dead. That's what God said. Because if you're spiritually dead and then you're physically dead, it's the same thing. You're going to hell. You're going to hell. So Jesus Christ said, let the dead bury the dead, because that is not important. You want to be alive? Follow me. Follow me into the kingdom. Follow me to the kingdom. That's what these people are not thinking about. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna worship a man. Like, the only man, whatever, but that man, he wasn't really a man. God, Jesus Christ. I don't worship human beings. I don't look at human beings with all this admiration and respect and all this type of stuff. Like, I'm not bowing down to a man. You people bow down to men. You bow down to men, you bow down to the money, you bow down to all these things, and you look pathetic. You leave God, and then you go bow down to a man. People worshiping celebrities, screaming, shouting, fainting. How about these people that are going to probably burn in hell if they don't repent? Look at you worshiping someone that's going to burn in hell and cry out to Jesus Christ like a freaking pathetic loser. Sorry, I'm using all these words. I'm not cursing, but it's still strong language. You being in hell is pathetic. Like, you could have all these millions on earth, but you burning in hell, looking at us up there with God, and you could have been there too, but you chose to worship this money that you have, worship this life, the creatures in this world, women. Bro, you're gonna be the laughing stock of people in heaven, because you could have had it differently, but you laughed at us when we told you that not to worship George Floyd and not to put these people on a pedestal and to treat them like gods. You didn't listen. You didn't listen to us. You thought, oh, this guy's a hater, he's corny, he's broke, look at him driving a truck. Bruh, me driving the truck, and I know that if my soul, my salvation is secured, where I'm gonna spend my eternity is secured, I don't care. It's just a job. A job doesn't define you. A job is just to make money. Some people just made more money because they had a better job. That's it. That's it. So you worshiping your money is not going to take you anywhere. You calling me whatever you call me because you think you have more money than me, so I'm a hater because you have more money than me, but I'm only just telling the truth. I'm not trying to put you down because you have more money than me. I'm just telling the truth. Your money's not going to save you. People with billions of dollars still died from cancer, HIV, all these type of things. Your money's not going to save you. God has made it in certain ways that even though you have money, but you might still get a disease that is going to take you out. You can get anything that's going to take you out. A bus might take you out. So it don't matter. So to me, it's like, put God first, worship Him only. God is a jealous God. If you start putting these things, idols, instead of Him, this phone is an idol. Me not spending time in the Bible and the Word and watching a video on this phone is an idol. This thing's an idol. Anything that's taking you away from God, everything that's taking you away from God for a long time, that you're not even valuing any time with Him, is an idol. So you need to get that stuff out your life. I need to get this stuff out of my life. Reduce it. Reduce the time I'm spending on my phone and getting the Word. We all have idols. Or not idols, but like we all have things that are separating us from quality time with the Lord. Every human being does. Even pastors do. Pastors are not always in the Bible because they have life. We are allowed to live life. God has given us the time to serve Him and the time to do what we want to do on this earth. So it's grace and free will. Amen. Alright, thank y'all for watching, man. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one.